Hi Cougars. Okay, today we are going to be learning about how do we write numerical and algebraic expressions. So yesterday we were learning about substitution and how to put a number in for a letter. And then we also learned how to use algebraic expressions and like what the different parts were. So we learned about the coefficient and the variable and the constant. We learned about a number stuck to a letter and how that letter acts like as a boss and tells it what to become, and how that number can't stand alone and all these different things. So, and we also learned that each piece of the algebraic expression is called a term. So today we're going to learn about how to write those when you are given like a phrase, a math phrase. So we're going to start with, first of all, a definition of numerical expressions. So we're going to talk about just this idea around numerical expressions. So numerical expressions are math sentences. Okay, so these are math sentences, and these are math sentences that have they have numbers and operations. So these are math sentences that have numbers and operations. So they have a numerical expression, we know, is a sentence that has numbers and operations. This is really important that we know the term sentences, because we're going to be looking at a bunch of sentences and we're going to be taking them from like a language sentence to a math or a numerical sentence, and we're going to take them from a language sentence to like an algebra sentence. Okay, so first though, we need to talk about some clue words that we use every day to help us when it comes to writing or identifying the operations that we would be using when solving math problems. For example, if I was using addition to solve problems, I know a clue word that I would see in an everyday math problem would be something like added to. Added to. That signals to me that, hey, you're using addition. Okay? Another one would be sum of. Not like, hey, can I have some of your chocolate cake, but sum of, the sum of 8 and 2. Okay? Sum of. More than. 8 is more than, or 8 more than 12. So we would know to add 8 more than 12. Okay, so more than. Addition, plus, right? Plus is totally a word, a clue word that says, hey, you need to add. Ding, ding, ding. Increase. They had an increase of $800, right? Increase of, like, hey, add that amount onto it. Okay, and last for now, total of. We can add more numbers, get it? Add more words onto this list as we take notes later on in the future. Okay, so I'm going to draw my line here. And the next category, Then let's look at is subtraction. So subtraction is our next category. And if we had added to, another one would be like subtracted from. Subtracted from, right? Sum of could have like the difference of. Okay, if I had more than for addition, I would have less than for subtraction. If I had plus when I was adding, I would have minus. If I'm increasing in addition, I would be decreasing for subtraction. So they had a decrease of. Okay, and let's just go with fewer than. All right, let's do multiplication next. Because who doesn't love a little multiplication? Everybody loves multiplication, right? Okay. Multiplication. Okay, one thing we need to talk about with multiplication, now that we're looking at algebra, is the symbol that we're using. Okay, multiplication, we usually use an X. We can't use an X anymore. We are going to have to start using this little dot. Or instead of the little dot, you can use like a number stuck to parentheses. You could also use a number stuck to a letter. You could even, if you really wanted to, you could use the asterisk, which is that little star that looks like that. Sometimes you see that, okay? However, we are no longer using this when we're talking about algebra. So as soon as the alphabet gets involved, this multiplication sign is gone. It no longer can play. Okay, so we've got added to, subtracted from. We're going to say multiplied by. Sum of, difference of, we can do times, right? We've got plus, minus, times. That works. We have product of. That's a big one in multiplication land. The product of blah and blah. Ooh, this is a fun one. Twice the total. Twice the total. That means like double. Oh, double. Double could be another one we could add if we really wanted to. Double. They had double the amount. Okay. Triple. Ooh, we go triple. It's a triple double. Okay, that's just getting carried away now. Now we're just getting silly. Okay, division. Now we're into division. Okay, division. Division has a symbol like that. You can also slash it. Slash it, right? Okay, you can also have a fraction. And you can do the little house on the prairie. Okay, we've got added to, subtracted from, multiplied by, and divided by. You have quotient of. Quotient of. That is a super important one that you cannot forget. Quotient of. Okay, I think we're good here on these phrases that we have, these terms. I think we're going to use these terms to help us with our phrases, So let's move along. Okay, So we are down here now, and we are going to talk about language arts for a minute. English language arts to be exact, and we're going to call this ELA, English Language Arts. That's what your language arts teachers call it. And we're going to call these ELA phrases. These are like language arts phrases. These are things that you would see in language arts. Our job, after we read them, is to turn them into numerical expressions. Or math phrases for short, okay? So our job is to take this ELA phrase and to turn it into a math phrase. So we are going to use our math power, and we are going to do math magic, and we are going to become mathemagicians, and we are going to and turn it into math sentences. Yep. Numerical expressions. That is exactly what we are going to do. So, what is Miss Englander even talking about? Why is she saying all this stuff? Okay, I will show you and tell you exactly what I mean. So, let's say that I had something that said, okay, let's say I had add 8 and 2. This is an ELA phrase. The reason why this is an ELA phrase is because it's written out. This does not look like math. We can read this in written words. I can look at this and I can see, oh, look, a clue word. My clue word is add. Add falls under addition, and so this tells me I need to add. And so over here, I'm going to be adding 8 and 2. So I'm just going to go 8 plus 2. I have taken a written language arts phrase and I have turned it into a math sentence, a number sentence right here. I have done some crazy math work just by identifying a clue word. I am done with this problem. I don't need to solve it because they did not ask me to solve it. They just said, hey, lady, turn this into a numerical expression. And I was like, what? Okay, I can totally turn this into a numerical expression. Look at me go. It's a numerical expression. Boom, done. Okay? That's all you have to do. So next, I'm going to do it again. Watch me. Okay, here I go. This one says the quotient of 12 and 6. Oh my gosh. Okay, that wacky word again, quotient, is there, right there. Okay. I'm not going to fret. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to look at my handy dandy notebook of notes and I'm going to see, oh, we just wrote quotient over here in the pink section. And I am going to pick up my pink pen and I'm going to put a little box around it and I'm going to see it was division. So I need to divide. Easy peasy for me because I took my notes and I remember that quotient is division. I feel sorry for the people who did not write quotient under division. All right, so I'm going to write 12 divided by 6. And I'm done. That's it. I've turned a language arts sentence into a numerical expression. I am done. Okay, next. I need to do another problem for you because there's nothing written there. I need to write something. Okay, so I need to write for you this problem. 8 fewer than 22. 8 fewer than 22. What? Fewer than? Okay. Fewer than. It's right there. Do you see it? It's right there. Right there. Okay. 8 fewer than 22. I see it. Okay. It's green. It's fewer than. It's telling me to subtract. Okay. But wait, there's more. It's like a really bad infomercial. But wait, there's more. Okay, the more here is that fewer than. 8 fewer than 22. If it's fewer than 22, but the 22 is on this side, I just have to write this differently. So it needs to be 8 fewer than 22. This is a weird one. It's written backwards in this sentence. These language arts people. Okay, so I'm going to have to flip this around. 8 fewer, so 8 has to be on this side, fewer than 22. So does this look like 8 fewer than 22? Now it does. So before it did not look like 8 fewer than 22, but now it does. Over here it looked like 8 was more than 22 for some reason. Whew, good thing we fixed that with our big math brains, right? Okay. Guess what? Speaking of big math brains, it's time for you to do a try it. Okay, here's a try it for you. I need you to write me a numerical expression that is the product of 9 and 4. I know you want to solve this. You are not solving. You are just writing a numerical expression. Do not solve this. Okay, so look at the clue word. Write me a numerical expression. Pause the video so you can do the try it. Otherwise, you're going to hear me do the try it. So check your understanding right now. Hit pause. No, really, hit pause. Okay, here I go. Product of tells me multiplication. So I've got my orange pen because I am going to multiply. There's my dot because I'm not using an X anymore. So I am using 9.4. If I wanted to be really super fancy, I could have gone 9 times 4. Whew, look at those fancy sentences. All right, off to this side, I would like for you to please, in a box somewhere, tell me where are you at with turning a language arts sentence into a number sentence? Where are you? 1, no clue what you're doing, Miss Englander. You're just some wackadoo on the TV. 2, I know what you're doing. Look at you go. I can do it too. I just need some help with identifying those key words. 3, I'm good. I'm using my keywords. I got my notes. I'm ready to do some more practice. Let's do this. Where are you at? All right, flip your page, not your lid. We're about to do algebra. All right.